Spring is the season that wakes me alive, and fall is the season to contemplate life. Oh, yeah. I don't know what it.
Hello, good morning, or it's technically good afternoon. I have been working on sanding the nightstands for our bedroom, and I'm really excited for you guys to see that video. There's gonna be some learning lessons, some mistakes, some real life raw cut action in there, because that is like my first true build. You'll see. And it has been a journey. Anyway, I've been working on sanding those down, and then I will get to the color of them maybe tomorrow, because I want to do some fall decorating. I have some things that I've had piled up. I took down my fall decor like, I don't know, like a week ago, and so I'm really excited and itching to do that. So hopefully after I sand these down, I can go on a walk, shower, and then come and decorate a little bit for fall, a little bit. Okay, so we are currently being rained in right now, and it is beautiful, a nice like fall rainy day, which I'm loving. Sadly, I did not finish staining, so I still have a little bit left that or not staining, sanding, so I still have a little bit left to do. Also did not get to go on my hot girl summer walk today because clearly rain, but it's totally fine. I'm going to go shower now and hopefully try to start decorating a little bit for fall, because it's nice and cozy and warm and dark in here, which might mess up the lighting. So if it does, I'll show you guys definitely tomorrow, but I'm just kind of feeling it, you know, like a good, nice cup of like chai tea, my pumpkin spice creamer, and then all of the fall vibes that I'm getting. I say let's do it. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go shower and then I'll be right back. Hi guys. So as I was going through and editing my video, I realized that I recorded a huge section of it in slow motion. So I am here trying to explain parts of the process and what I did, just to kind of give you some more background and to have the video flow a little bit better, because yeah, I didn't realize that everything was recorded in slow motion until I recorded like a few days of me decorating. So the first area that I started decorating is the console table that I have right across from our dining room, and this holds mostly decor, you know, seasonal florals, our books, and a mirror, and it's kind of just like a place that I really love to decorate and like ground our space. I picked up these dried florals from World Market. They're actually a bunch of burgundy dried eucalyptus, and I put it in this vase that I got from Target. They had a really beautiful Halloween section in Joann's, and so I kind of wanted to use this area as more of like a moody Halloween fall decor area. So I'm gonna put the candelabra in there, as well as this spider picture. It looks more vintagey, so I think it will fit the vibe really well.
I don't know what is it exactly in this time of year that makes the melancholy me reappear. Oh, back and forth through dark roast coffee, salt mist and sea, sand and amber tree.
And one of the things that I want to do is to put a gallery wall in the dining room. So I've been collecting some vintage frames. So I'm kind of just, you know, planning out how I want the gallery wall to be, with some of the frames that I have. That way I can kind of just see how I want it on the wall. Once I do that, I trace them on parchment paper, packing paper, anything like that, and I tape it to the wall in the design that I want, and just to kind of visualize it and see if that's how I want it to be before I actually hang them up.
Feels like summer, but it's soaked in nostalgia slowly. All the leaves, they're turning brown. 'Cause it still feels like summer, and I simply don't wanna.
This is the gallery wall design or layout or template that I have arrived at. I'm going to sleep on it overnight, but for right now I'm going to look for some prints to actually put in those frames. The first place that I go to is Etsy. I find vintage style art prints that you can get on here and download them as a digital download. You can go get them printed at like Office Depot or any other printing service in the size that you want and the material that you want. That seems to be the most cost-effective way that I can get prints, and they also have a variety of them to choose from. As I've been collecting these frames, I found it really difficult to pick up larger vintage frames without them costing upwards of $100 or more. So one thing that I want to do is DIY my own vintage style inspired frame. So I picked up this white clay antique styled frame from Hobby Lobby. It's a 16 by 20 and they were having a 50% off sale for frame, so I got it for $25. And so I'm going to make this look more vintagey by using rub and buff. So I used the color Gold Leaf and I applied it with a small brush as like a first layer. I also used my fingers a bit. This really is going to take some time just rubbing in the rub and buff because it's more of a thicker paste rather than a liquid form. I do recommend that you actually spray paint this some sort of gold color just so you can have a base and then go in with the Gold Leaf rub and buff on top. That way, like if there's any like nooks and crannies that you can't get into, you don't really have to worry because you'll just have that gold showing through and it might add in a bit of dimension. Once I was able to get that layer on, I actually applied an antique wax on top. So I used a variation of the smaller brush to kind of get into the smaller parts. I also use a wax brush to buff out the rough lines. And I concentrated the wax on the areas where dirt would naturally collect and stick. And then in any areas where I was having difficulty covering up the white underneath. So that was really just like the corners and just like the perimeter and the edges. And after I did that, I applied a spray paint sealer on top, and that kind of gave it more of that luster and that shine. And it actually turned out so well. I'm super surprised at how well it turned out. And I think that this can be an option for you guys to do if you're having difficulty finding antique frames that aren't super expensive.
To summer, I keep on forgetting, times learn how to fly, and before I know it, it passes me by. Oh, I don't know why when life is beautiful I start to fear it'll slip through my fingers and just disappear. Oh, yeah. Back and forth through dark roast coffee, salt, mist and sea, sand and amber trees. 'Cause it still feels like summer, but it's
Hi guys, welcome to my kitchen. We are currently here because it is the first day of fall and I'm super excited. It definitely started to feel more like fall outside. It was a little bit more cooler, a little bit more chill, and it's kind of getting me in the mood to decorate a little bit more. So now I kind of want to get on it. So here in my kitchen, going to decorate a little bit for fall, you know, sprinkle in a little bit of things here and there. So I have this frame that I thrifted for $3, and I actually was going to put it in the dining room to do kind of like a gallery wall, but I decided against that. But I think that this would work really well in the kitchen because it still has some warm tones to it. It is fruit, so it's like a knit stitched portrait of fruit, so I think that would go well with the kitchen, and it has that warm tone, and I think it'll kind of go well with all of the fall tones that we have. And then I'm gonna add a few little pumpkins.
If you set yourself on fire, I know.
This side of the shelves pretty much stay consistent year round. These are dried foliage that I used or put in here for Christmas about 2 years ago, and they've dried out to like this very brown tan type of tone, and I think it kind of goes well with the fall. So I keep that up year round, so I don't think I'm going to change anything about this side. I'm just going to keep the little pumpkins in here to kind of bring in the fall, bring in a little bit of warmth, and kind of go with the season.
I would smoke you till my lungs hurt and lie till I'm dead.
I also picked up this hand towel from Joann's that I want to add. It kind of has like a window pane print with orange and white, so I think that that would kind of be a little bit more festive than the one that I have in here right now.
I would smoke you till my lungs hurt and lie till I'm dead. I'm not sure where.
We are currently in my entryway, and it's not an area that I've really shown on his channel before, because I've kind of done some updates to it, and kind of in the process of wanting to change that. So it's not an area that I've really shown, but I have decorated it. This is actually the IKEA shoe cabinet hack that I did in my IKEA hack video. I've just painted it. So yeah, we have that in here for shoe storage, and then we kind of have this ledge that we use as kind of like a dumping ground for, you know, just one-off things. And then we also have, you know, some decor on here, and it's just kind of like one of the first things that you see when you walk in. So I do want to add a few fall florals and maybe a pumpkin or two in here to kind of give it some fall vibes and something that you can like be welcomed in when you walk in the door.
What I do know is I'll never let you go. And my world is falling apart.
So I actually got some art printed at Office Depot, and I usually print it on like canvas paper to kind of make it have some more texture and make it, you know, feel a little bit more realistic. And this is one of the art prints that I got. It is beautiful. It's like a floral print, and then it has some green undertones in it. But I don't know if you can see on camera, it has a little bit more texture to it because it is on canvas paper. So this is something I've done before in our living room, so I thought it would be good to get this because it looks just a little bit more realistic, and I just love the way that it looks in this frame. So I'm going to hang this up on that wall right there. I also got this beautiful print to go in the DIY picture frame, and it is just such a moody vibe. I got all of these prints or digital downloads from Etsy, and it's from the seller While Olivia Sleeps. I'll link it down below. I love her art. It's so beautiful, so moody, so I don't know, it has such great colors in it, and I always purchase her digital downloads, and then you can have them printed at whatever size you want at a local, you know, print shop, Office Depot, UPS, I believe, you know, things of that nature. So yeah, love this one. I got it on the same paper, but I will say I don't think that the black is as black as I would want it to be. It's coming off a little bit more ashy, kind of like it's not like the stark black, you know, like here's my cardigan black, and then here's the art print. So you can see that it's not pigmented as like a true black, and I want to kind of play around to see if I can find another place that I can kind of print this one off at, just to deepen the pigment of the black and the deeper tones in here. But nonetheless, I still think it's beautiful and it looks perfect in this frame. So I'm going to go hang it up on this wall and show you guys what it looks like. When I felt like I could give up, you showed me my way. So I got these amber glass faux pillar candles, or faux flame pillar candles, from Amazon. And I just think that they're so beautiful. Like, the tone is really pretty. Now, they're not the best quality, I would say. They're pretty lightweight. The flicker or the flame doesn't look as realistic. But when you turn it on, it does like flicker kind of like a candle. And I think it would be like a good touch to the dining room table. I usually keep a big floral arrangement on the table, but we actually use this quite a bit for like work and things like that. And it's normally just kind of pushed to the side. So I think by adding this, it can add in, you know, that warm, you know, tone for the fall, and gonna be cozy, and actually something that we'll use as we're working, especially when it starts to get dark really early throughout the day. So I think that this will be useful, but also be a good decor piece. And they come in different sizes, so it's like a pack of 5, and they can come in a variety of different sizes in that pack, so you can kind of do like a stacked effect, and I like that. I'd follow you into the desert, and if worst came to worst, I would fight off all your monsters. Yeah, I would break the curse. I'm not sure where all this goes. What I do know is I'll never let you go. When my world okay, we are currently in my living room, and I'm at my coffee table. I think, you know, the house is starting to look a lot cozier, and it has more of those like rust and orange and brown tones, and I am loving it. So this is kind of like the last place I'm gonna decorate to kind of tie everything in. So usually I keep my coffee table super, you know, minimal in the decor, because of course we do eat here and stuff, so it usually kind of just gets pushed around if I do have decor around here. But I do want to keep this book. So I thrifted this book about a year or so ago, and it has reproductions of furniture in here. It almost kind of looks like a catalog book, but I think it really, it says Williamsburg Reproductions, and you'll see like different decor or furnitures in here, and it'll tell you the type of furniture it is, you know, the style of it. I love that. I love looking through here and looking at kind of the vintage furniture and decor. Definitely inspires me, but also kind of educates me on the furniture that I do like and where they, like their time zone and where they come from. So yeah, I love this. So I usually will keep this on the coffee table. Then we also have this basket that I keep on here just as a dumping ground for coasters and remotes and things. Keep a candle. Yeah, I think that's it. So our decor and pillows on the couch are pretty spot on with like the warmth that I'm trying to incorporate for the fall season. So we have this bounce pillow that I got recently from Target, as well as this window pane pillow. It has like it's a mauve tone and it's pretty large. I also got this from Target. And then I have this in our bedroom as well. So I love the combination of these, and I'm going to keep them there. We also have this cozy rust color that I got last year, and you'll see that in my last year's Decorate With Me for fall video. Have this it's like an evergreen type of suede textured pillow cover that I got from Etsy last year. And then I also picked up another pillowcase that is just really beautiful. So it looks like this, and I got this from Mickey & Co. And it's quite large, but it has like purple tones and a little bit of green in here. It's really beautiful. It's split, you know, has a split tone. So I'm going to replace this, or I'm going to put this pillow in this pillowcase, and I think the combination of these two colors will look really, really good.
I would break the curse. I'm not sure where all this goes. What I do know is I'll never let you go. When my world is falling apart,
Thank you guys so much for spending time with me and decorating this house. It looks so cozy in here. Like, this is my favorite section. It's such a vibe. It's always such a statement when I decorate this console table, but this is my best yet. I'm loving it. All of the candles and like the coziness, it just makes me so happy. Thank you for bearing with me. I just don't know why it was so difficult for me to record these videos. I was just recording them like in slow motion, and I don't know. I just completely dropped the ball on that, but thank you for being patient. I hope you guys enjoyed. There is more fall content coming. As I like, you know, find more things and just start adding more to the collection. But I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I will see you next week in my next vlog. Bye guys.